Hello there, very good morning to you and welcome to this week's episode of NTV Medical Matters. I am Viola Sasira and we are supported by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And just like we promised last week, we are continuing our episode on acne and, to be specific, pimples, which are common amongst all ages and all genders and all skin types. And today we are here to understand and dissect what pimples are in detail, but also who is prone to getting pimples. And just like last week, we are once again joined by Umar Musinguzi, and he is a dermatologist, very well trained in taking care of your skin. So today, prepare your questions ahead of time, because once we start receiving your calls, we would like to hear everything that you need to ask from Musinguzi before he leaves today. So welcome once again, and let's dive in. Umar, you're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
it's my
welcome
pleasure
back on the
being here
show.
again.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's really nice. So let's talk about acne. And last time we were just talking about pimples, but you told us, you educated us that it's actually acne, and then pimples come within the acne. So today we just want to zero in a little bit before we go further on pimples and their types, but also who is prone. I've had men say, I don't know those skin problems, you know, they're for women.
Sure.
But so talk to us about it.
Yeah, sure. So if you look at acne, as we said earlier on, acne, pimples are signs of acne. Pimples are those rashes that come in those predestined areas where we get acne. And there are 4 common body areas where someone can get acne or pimples. So to make it easier for people, let's call them pimples,
Yes.
so that they will understand, because acne may be a little bit more technical.
Yeah.
So pimples are really common in 4 body areas or parts of the body areas, because those areas produce more oil or sebum compared to other areas. We're looking at the face, we're looking at the upper chest, we're looking at the upper arms and upper back. I think we've never seen someone with acne on the legs. Have you ever seen one?
Not really.
But chest, back, someone can get severe form of acne whereby it affects the whole back.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yes, that is acne fulminans and acne conglobulata, very deep-seated acne lesions, but the whole back is affected. Yeah, sure. So to make it very simple, acne means it tends to be a chronic illness, a chronic condition. Some people can have acne during their teenage years, and it extends throughout adulthood. So that means acne can affect all age groups. We have neonatal acne. We have acne that affects the babies.
I thought that's just rash.
That's different, but it's there. We have juvenile acne. Yes, 1 year up to like 7 years, someone can get acne. But commonly it is found in adolescents because of the surge of hormones. So there's an influence of hormonal changes on an impact of how someone is producing oils or sebum. So that means one of the causes of acne is having an very, 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 very oily skin as well. So we saw this, I'm just giving a preamble, a summary about what we looked into, so that people can be on track. So we're looking at having an oily skin, we are looking at occlusive cosmetics, things which are thick and heavy, we are looking at the diet itself causing acne, we are looking at stress, we are looking at headbands, or what you call traumatic or mechanical causes. People put on a lot of headbands, very tight strap bras, you find along the bra, that strap you have acne. We are looking at bacteria, which is common on the skin. You have an oily skin, it grows more, you get acne. We are looking at family or genetics, yes, that can also cause. We saw this earlier on.
I have also seen people shave their hair and get bumps. Are those also pimples?
No, that is different. That's folliculitis now.
Okay.
Yes. Then, and also we're looking at hair products. People make hairs, and sometimes because of that, they are thick, they are oily. Drips in the skin, they get breakouts, and also makeup. Sure, one of the causes of acne is makeup.
Are you calling me out?
No. Makeup is occlusive. It's thick and heavy, so it blocks your. It acts as a barrier.
Yeah.
So it blocks whatever is supposed to come out, stays inside. You find yourself getting acne.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So generally, we have different types of acne or pimples. So to make it, or to really make people understand it, we shall have what you call inflammatory and non-inflammatory acne.
Okay.
So non-inflammatory acne, we shall have where we have comedons or comedon acne. Find someone with a black head or a white head. You find someone with a lot of white. We call them whiteheads.
Yes.
But that is sebum that is not oxidized yet. When you press, earlier on you used to say you used to take a lot of milk. That's a sign. Press your nose and see what things that means. You have some kamani at home. You take a lot of milk, but that's not the fact.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we also have blackheads as well, or open comedonal acne. You see a black thing, you press something comes along with it. Yes. Then we have also inflammatory acne, whereby these ones have different types. You have papular acne. You find someone small rashes on the affected areas. Could be the chest, could be the back, or the face. But for reference, we shall use the face. But just know, acne goes beyond the face, as we saw earlier on. So you find someone small rashes. Less than 1 millimeter, just small. Those are called papules. Then you have pustules. So you find these rashes, they are yellow topped. You find them with pus.
Yeah.
That's why that's pustular acne. Yeah, we find someone with what you call nodulocystic acne. You've seen someone who has what you call deep-seated lesions. Yeah. You find the pimple is really big. So that means this infection goes beyond just on top. It is into the dermis. So you find yourself getting these big pimples. Then you have cystic acne. Remember, I have nodulocystic and cystic acne as well. So this falls in the severe form. Okay.
So since we decided to talk about pimples, to narrow it down to pimples.
Exactly.
What are the types that you would say are all those, you were talking about acne.
Acne,
but we just
yes.
you're talking about pimples
as acne,
yes. And acne
because
as pimples.
I said pimples are signs of acne, and to make it easier for people to understand,
we say pimples.
Let's zero into the topic called pimples.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what people they know, but the condition is called acne.
I have a question about the pimples themselves. Are they all within the hair follicles, or are they just anywhere on the skin?
Yes, so if pimples are in the hair follicle, actually, that unit where your hair is coming from, we call it a hair follicle, yes. Inclusive of the pore itself. So the inflammation of that unit, we call it acne. Yes, and what you see that is on top, that's a pimple. You can have a big pimple, a small, but yeah. So the condition is the same. Acne, someone can call them pimples, but pimples are signs. What you see is a sign of acne. Okay, and
just to make it a bit more understandable and more clear, for those of us who were not here last week, we actually had a video. We have Bridget. She has gone through the stages of trying to treat pimples, and right now when you look at her, you might not actually believe that she actually had pimples at one time. So we have a video. I was able to sit down with Bridget, and we spoke about her skin journey and her skin care routine and what she has done to maintain that healed skin. So let's take a look at Bridget's story, so that you can actually see what Umar is talking about, the cysts, the pimples, the different types. So she had almost every single type on her skin. So let's look at Bridget's story before we move ahead. You and I, throughout our life cycles, could have experienced skin problems, and I'm talking about those stubborn pimples or the skin rash that will not go away, especially people in high school. Teenagers, you must have had like a stubborn rash that you're wondering what is the cause and what can I do about it. So today we are lucky to speak to Bridget, who is sharing her story with us, to let us know how she went from this very rough skin to a very beautiful skin that we have right here before us. So Bridget, thank you so much for your time, and let's dive right in. So I'll ask you, what was happening to your skin, and how would you describe it to somebody who's watching and wondering, was it painful, was it itchy, what was going on with you?
Literally, my skin was good before when I was young, but I got a breakout in senior 3. I was in senior 3. It came as an allergic rash, but since then I never got a clear skin back again. So throughout high school, you could get breakouts. Meanwhile, friends tell you to use certain tubes, you use them, then you see you're changing color. Then you know how parents can be. My mom could tell me, now you're becoming brown, what's happening? But meanwhile, I was just trying to look better. And when I joined nursing, that was 2022. So literally now I was old. I couldn't look like how I was looking, because you sleep when the face is okay, you wake up when you have breakouts all over. So that's when I decided to go and see a dermatologist.
Before you went to see a dermatologist, what exactly was happening to your skin? How would you describe what you saw?
Okay, so I used to get very big breakouts like cysts. Not these small, small pimples, they would come as cysts. They could be very painful. Yeah, when you try to press them, they could bring out pus like stuff. So I couldn't hold it anymore. That's when I was like, no, I should go and see a specialist because I had used stuff before. You go to downtown, they tell you you can use this, but meanwhile you end up becoming bright, and that's not what the intention was.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a clear skin, but not to change my color.
Yes.
Meanwhile, people be asking, what happened to your skin? You know, the discomfort that comes with that.
Yeah.
Yes. So I looked through on social media handles for different clinics. You know, people give reviews. So that's how I got to know about the clinic I went to. That's how I got to know about it. Yes.
Okay, I hear you. So you think about going to see a dermatologist, but that was after you tried different things. I hope not herbal, but yeah, I know people try different things. So before we talk about going to see a dermatologist, I know you were in school. Was there a time where you felt like this is too much for me? I can't come out of the house and I need to hide? Or was there stigma around you at any one point?
Yes. Meanwhile, as I said, by that time I was still in school. I was doing nursing. But you would wake up when the face really looks so bad and you feel like you don't attend lectures.
Yes.
So I would literally be in my room. I would actually fail even to go get food just because I wouldn't want people to see how I was looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you also mentioned something very important that you learned about the dermatologist via social media, which again, I must tell you I'm grateful for that. Social media has got a lot to offer, so you get a dermatologist. What did they point to that could have been the reason as to why your skin was breaking out that much? And actually, you talked about cycles. It was on and off and on and off. So what did they point out to be the problem that could have caused it?
They gave me a lot of factors which were causing the acne. Meanwhile, I was studying kind of in an area I've just gone, so that change of environment, they told me, also caused acne. Then also stress, work stress caused acne. Then also hormones. So meanwhile, I was explained to the causes and I was given the medicine. So that's when I started my skincare journey. It was 2024 around October. Yes.
So you go to see a dermatologist. What are some of the interventions that they came up with? Were you on injections? Did they have to squeeze the bumps out? What did they do? I noticed a lot of people squeeze their pimples, which is very painful. What were the interventions for you?
Meanwhile, my journey didn't involve injections. I was just given skincare products and some tablets, some capsules, and I would just come for reviews when I was in holidays. Since I was at school, I wouldn't be coming in for monthly reviews. But when I got holidays, I used to come back and see a dermatologist. Yes.
Okay, so when did it get better to get to this level? And did you continue the medication and the skincare, or did you just stop and now you can live normally?
So meanwhile, I think around 2025 in November, I started seeing really, really good improvement. But that came after taking different procedures and also different drugs. So meanwhile, that's why I'm like, review is important because the doctor will be able to tell you now we are done with this, let's do this. Yeah, so I can't say the medicine I was given in the start is what I've been using up to now. Yeah, we have been changing a lot of drugs and products.
I have also heard about diet being a big challenge when it comes to our skin. So did you have to change your diet? Were you at any stage advised to change your diet for the results to get better?
I had to change because if you're doing diet with a lot of fats
Yes.
or a lot of dairy products, of course, uh, it can also lead to the purge or to getting more of the pimples. So Of course, you're advised on what you eat, and you have to change a bit. Yes.
Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story. That is Bridget, and you clearly saw that she went from a very big cyst, that's what she called it, and that's what her dermatologist told her, to that skin you've seen at the end where she's just washing and wiping and just doing her simple skincare routine that has kept her skin very healthy up to now. So before we went to look at the story, if you're just joining us, we were speaking about the types of pimples and what really causes them. And I was very intrigued by the pimples in the back and the chest. I have seen those, and they usually are very persistent. They hardly ever go away. I just want to first understand that before we try to dissect Bridget's story.
Yes, so if you look at management of acne, of course, we tend to neglect some areas because they are not visible to the eyes. So someone will focus more on the face versus other areas. So if I have a lesion on my chest versus a pimple on my face, I would focus more on the pimple on my face rather than the one on the chest, because the one on the face is easily seen. Someone can visibly see and say, oh, you have something on your face, versus the area so other areas are being left out. Sure. So then it tends to be stubborn, because you're going to live with it for a long period of time until you get total resolution, or you'll be with the acne at the back and chest for a long time.
I'm very sure there are people watching and they're wondering what to do for that stubborn acne, but I also have a question. Why in the first place do you have acne in the upper back and upper chest? And what makes it more stubborn than the one on the face, apart from the care? Why in the first place does it happen? Would you attribute it to heat or overcovering of the body? What do you think is really the problem?
Yes, so one of the things that those also are common areas people get acne. Chest and back by default. So it's not by surprise that someone has pimples on the chest and the back. That is one. Two, the way we dress. So we tend to put on heavy things. So what they do, they increase the heat and humidity. You sweat, heat. So these microorganisms are going to increase. Looking at the normal bacteria and fungi, which will feed on the oils, extra oils, or the sebum you've produced. So you're going to get more lesions on the chest and the back as well. Yeah, sure. And
Bridget referred to her acne as an allergic reaction. She said, I got this allergic reaction. That caught my attention because allergies tend to go away, but hers was so repeated to the point she had to go to a dermatologist.
Yeah.
Do you think it was allergy, or did she term it differently?
There's always a trigger for everything. Yes, you may be fine today. You go to your friend's place, you use his or her skincare, and tomorrow you get breakouts, and that will be your journey for having a bad skin, actually. Yes, so it can start as just a minor irritation. Your skin is reacting to some of the ingredient in that product, but that may be your taking baby steps to having a very bad skin. Yeah, sure. So it can start at just a minor allergic reaction, your body responding badly to that ingredient in the product, and halas, your skin goes bad. Yeah, sure.
The human body is always said to have an ability to fight off disease and some of those attacks at a very early stage. How come it's a bit different for acne?
Yes, so we have people, actually, our bodies respond differently. We can have the same level of, we can have malaria. I get pills, for you have to get injections to get healed. Not because we have differences in our immune system. Yeah, sure. So, but these microorganisms tend to be overwhelming. That is why acne tends to be a very chronic condition. And another thing, the immune system really doesn't resonate well on the skin. So if you don't really take care of your skin as well, you may be having other confounding infections. Yeah, sure.
I have also heard that people's reactions tend to flare up when they change their environment. Also, Bridget said that she went to school in a different area, so the temperatures were quite different from what she was used to. What would you say about our exposure to, say, the sun, the wind, and all those elements?
Yes, environmental fluctuations, mostly weather, does affect your skin. One, when you're in a very hot environment, your skin is going to produce more oils to moisturize.
I see.
And we said unoily skin is an acne-prone skin. So change in environment can be an issue for your acne. You may say, what about those who stay there? Those people have acclimatized. They've gotten used to the environments. Their bodies have, have adjusted already to what is happening in that particular area. So me, for instance, every time I go to Saudi Arabia, I become very dark. But there are white people there. You understand? It looks bizarre, not so? Yeah. But every time I have to go for Umrah, I always come back when I'm very dark.
Is that the temperature?
Yes, temperatures. It's
too hot
really too hot for me.
Okay.
But I mean, those who are the Arabs are really, they have a very white skin. You'll be like, oh God. So
someone legit told me they have an air conditioning within their clothing.
we call it acclimatization. Your body gets used to what is there. Sure.
Okay. And you mentioned that the dry skin is also prone to acne.
Exactly.
To a degree. So talk to us about the dry skin, and if it's not producing too much oil, why is it getting acne? So
if you're looking at acne, we're looking at the other factors, not really having an oily skin alone. One, we're looking at, we call it follicular hyperkeratinization as one of the factors, because we're going to break it down. Yeah, sure. So it simply means we have keratin. It's a protein that is found in your skin and hair. You're looking at the hair follicle, right? As where the acne is starting from. So as this follicle is producing this keratin, it's sticky in nature. So what it's going to do is going to bind to the debris, to the dead cells in your follicle, as them, because it blocks the pore. Inflammation sets in, you're going to get acne. So that's why someone with a dry skin can also get acne.
Okay, so we are going to go for a quick break, but we also need to talk about diet.
Exactly.
I have seen a lot of advertising that says eat more oil, eat more oil. So I don't know what that means for your skin, now that we are not looking at selling oils, but we're just looking at taking care of our skin. So the diet, what does it do to our skin? But that is coming in after the break.
Sure.
So let's break off a bit. Make sure you prepare your questions. We shall also take your phone calls right after this. Stay with us on NTV Medical Matters. You are watching NTV Medical Matters this morning, and we are talking about skincare. I am Viola Kusasira. Thank you so much for being a part of us. And just like we said last week, we would continue with this episode because you showed a lot of interest and so many questions were coming in from social media, but you're also free to call in and let us know, be a part of our discussion on our website, NTV Uganda, but also on our social media. We shall be uploading our episodes just to make sure you are in the loop of what we are discussing. Before we broke off, we were talking about diet and its influence on your skin. And today we have Umaru Musenguzi. He is a dermatologist, very trained and well qualified. He has taken care of multiple people. So talk to us about diet in your experience and practice. What do you see as the role of diet when it comes to how people's skin turns out?
Yes, of course. Let's start. Of course, if you're looking about the effects of diet, it's either positive or negative. But to be specific, today we're discussing acne. But diet, as it is, really influences how your skin looks. If you drink a lot of water, if you have a lot of fruits containing vitamin C, vitamin E, alkaloids, you're going to have a radiant skin, because that's what vitamin C is. It's an antioxidant. It will give you, you're going to have a vibrant skin because of your diet. But also the diet that you're having can have an implication on your skin, a negative one per se. People who are more interested on what you call foods of high glycemic index, you're eating to satisfy yourself, you eat, having a lot of carbs, you're looking at mostly dairy foods, dairy products. Talking about cheese, butter, we're talking about ice cream, talking about chocolates, different things that we eat which contain dairy. Even a burger contains dairy. Yes, they have an implication on your skin. Why? When I have my meal and I get satisfied, my body has to break down this glucose. Yes, so that it pushes it from my bloodstream to the cells, to the tissues for usage. So in the due course of action, your body produces insulin. Insulin is what will push the sugars, to be precise, or to be simple, from your bloodstream to the cells, to the muscles to be used, okay, for storage. But when insulin is being produced, another hormone is also produced. We call it insulin-like growth factor. So one of the things that the implication of this hormone, it influences your production of sebum. So there will be increased oil production. Yes, that is one. Another thing, having a lot of sugars suppress your immune system. Yes, when your immune system is suppressed, you get a lot of the bacteria are going to flourish. You're going to get acne breakouts as well.
I believe there must be someone else thinking like me in this moment. Why does so-and-so eat the oils you're talking about, the fries, the burgers and everything, and their skin is just fine?
Yes.
But if I eat one fry, I'll have to go to see a dermatologist.
That's when you have to ask yourself, why do I take Panad works for me and it doesn't work for my friend? Our bodies are different. We have different genetic makeup, by the way.
I get you.
Yes. We respond differently to different conditions. Yes. You've seen people, they go for summer holidays. They come back when they are fine. For you, you come back when... Yeah, sure. So just know we are made differently. Even you may be twins and you have someone has eczema, for you don't have anything.
I get you.
You've seen people in the family, the whole lineage has acne, but you have that little sibling who doesn't have anything, is in 20 years applying anything they find on their skin. Yeah. And for you, you're struggling with the skin at a later age in life. So we just never have to understand we are made differently. Yeah, sure.
And speaking about being, different genetic makeup, when you speak about applying anything on their skin, I have noticed that when we go out to the market or to the shops or whatever supermarket, we tend to just pick things according to what we feel drawn to, what we like. What is the danger in that? How should I look out for stuff to use on my skin? Do we all have to go to a dermatologist, or can we, try different things until we...
So one of the things that I always tell people is know who you are. That's the simplest thing that will help you. It will be a guide.
Umar, every time you say that, I'm very sure you're triggering my viewer, because how do you know your skin? By just looking.
Yes, so there are a few things that you can do that will entail, oh, I fall here, I fall there. And that will guide you on what you have to opt for when I go in a cosmetic shop, when I go in a pharmacy, when I go in a supermarket to purchase my skincare. So one of the things is knowing your skin type. As simple as it is, just a simple tool. Wake up in the morning, today you're not going to work, wash your face, give it 1 to 2 hours without applying anything. So what you're waiting for is the skin to make its own oils. You're giving it 1 to 2 hours. If you have an oily skin, 2 fingers across your forehead, look at it. If it's oily, trust me, you have an oily skin.
Yes.
If it's dry, you won't see any speck of oil on your fingers. But another thing, look yourself in the mirror. After those 1 to 2 hours, look at yourself. What you see is what you are.
And I have a question. Is that when you're inside your house in air conditioning, or is that when you're walking out in the sun?
We are looking at normal. You're doing your simple things at home.
Remember, you're in a shade. You're not actually out in the sun.
Yes, because the sun will induce more oil production. We want it naturally to occur. Yes, at normal conditions, you're doing simple housework. You're doing what? So in this 1 to 2 hours, don't sit. If you can sit, it's okay. But still, it will show you. Another thing, ask someone who is really close to you, your wife, your husband, your mother. Mommy, what do you see on my face? Do you see any oiliness? Is it dry? Is it pale? Maybe the fingers is not working. Maybe you don't have a mirror at home. It's possible. So ask someone close, what do you see? Now that's what you are. Remember to have what you call a combination skin. You find some people, the T-zone is oily and the outer face is dry. Ask, what do you see? Is this more oily than the other, or? And for sensitivity, because you may have an oily skin which is sensitive, you may have a dry skin which is sensitive as well. So for that one, you have to know, oh, every time I use something, my skin reacts. I have allergies. That means I have a sensitive skin as well. So after you knowing, oh, I have an oily skin, I have a dry skin, that will be your guide on what you have to get out there.
I have come across people whose skin gets sick if touched. What is that about?
That's a sensitive skin now. Proper. Sensitive skin proper. Yes.
Okay, so I feel like we've exhausted what we need to know about pimples. So we have our phone number on your screen. Feel free to call in, talk to us, our dear viewer, and ask questions about your skin in case it's been troubling you. But even if you just want to prevent acne or prevent these pimples you're seeing on our screen that we keep flashing there, you also have a chance to ask so that you stay on the safe side. And so Umar, speaking about prevention and just making sure that if you have a good skin right now and you're watching, you're like, that's none of my business. I've always had a very good skin. How can you actually maintain it or stay in the safe zone?
You know, actually another thing that we had really forgotten is people are getting bad skin because of social media influence. Yeah, you've seen the host has a good skin. What do you use? You're my friend. Went to school together. You'd be like, okay, I use jelly. I also got this jelly. Oh, I use this cat tube. You know, yeah, I use this tube. It is really
what brought it up, because I don't know how many times I got those questions, and every time I would just say what I use, and so the person gets rash and they blame me for it. So
exactly.
I would feel very sad, like I didn't mean to, you know.
No, that's why I said the first thing is what may work for you may not work for me.
Yes.
Yes, and we have what we call excipients in products or ingredients which may irritate our skins. We respond differently. That jelly may work for you, but me, something there.
I also have
my
a
skin
question,
doesn't
Umar.
want.
When we are shopping or buying these creams, we don't really have guidance, and sometimes it's very difficult to read on that tube but to read every detail of what's in here, hydroquinone and all this stuff. How do we go about that?
So, of course, there's a saying, ignorance is no defense.
But how do you read those things in a super? They're very tiny.
They're tiny, but you cannot see there is hydrocortisone on a cream and I buy it. You know, now these days they mask. You say, you find a product, acne solver, acne what, but there's nothing like an ingredient in that product. Acne killer, you understand? So if I have acne, of course I'll go for that product because the name is hyped up. Oh, this product has to kill acne. It will just slash it away. So you'll be like, okay, I'll take that. But that product may be orchestrated. There may be steroids in there. There may be hydroquinone. Use a product 2 days. You have a very brown face. You'll be like, okay, my acne is gone, I don't care.
Before we continue with that, because I'm really passionate about it, I just want to remind our dear viewers that when you're calling, please step away from your TV set. And we have someone on the line. What is your name and your question? Please step away from your TV set. We're getting feedback. What is your name and your question? Okay. When you call in, please make sure that you step away, because however much you want to hear yourself talk or watch yourself for that, we get feedback. We can't hear you. So we have someone on the line. What is your name and your question?
I'm Barbara from Shema.
I think we are having some challenges. But when you call in, step away from your TV set so that we cannot
I'm exactly aware, like 10 meters away.
We need you to step away so that we hear your question properly. But Umar, going back to reading those things, you know, the instructions on the bottle or the cream, how do we go about it?
Yes, sometimes some of these products, the ingredients are listed very well. You find the product, hydrocortisone, it has this, this, and this. You find this product has oil, it has glycerin, it has xanthan gum, it has parabens, it has fragrance, it has perfume. So if
sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So if I don't see that, sometimes because
the person is back.
Okay.
What's your name and your question?
Hello.
Yes, please, I can hear you. What's your name and your question?
I'm Barbara calling from Shema. Are you hearing me now?
Actually, could you, my producer, please give me a studio sound? I can't hear the question. I cannot.
Hello?
Yes, please, I can hear you now. So what's your name and your question?
I'm Barbara calling from Shema.
Yes, please, what's your question?
I have a daughter of 15 years.
Yes, Barbara.
But she usually goes whenever she's around the nose, and the thing is when they are rupturing away,
yes,
they leave a mark as if she has been burnt by water, hot water.
Okay.
And they itch her so much.
Thank you, Barbara, for your question. So we are going to have more callers. Our phone line is on your screen. Feel free to call in and ask your question. So this is nose rash that leaves signs behind. It looks like she got burnt by hot water and they're very itchy. So that is our first question. And call in and let us know what you would want to be answered about your skin. Okay, so as we wait, we need to finalize on how to make sure you're buying the right product. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So if we said you just know your skin type, from that, then that will be a guide on what you have to look for.
Yes.
But also read. So if I'm to buy water and I want to look for a certain ingredients, I will read what is the composition of the minerals in this water. And some of us, because, oh, I saw this, this person is using this must be nice, she has a good skin, you just grab it. I'm at school, my friend is using this tube, let me go purchase it. But what is the implication of this particular ingredient? You're talking about hydroquinone, you're talking about steroids on my skin. You may have a small win initially, you have a very good skin, but what is the aftermath after that?
I really want to understand, how does somebody get to that level of, I am walking into the store and I'm looking for this? That is an ordinary person actually on the street. Yes. They're walking in. What do they look for exactly? Because you've just found out your skin is the dry type. What do you look for? Do you go to Google and ask, what should I use on my dry? How do you get that information?
We have what you call OTCs, over-the-counter products. One, you can have someone to guide you in regards to your skin type, not what they see.
Okay, so we have someone coming in. What is your name and your question? And please step away from that, whatever I'm hearing. Is it a radio?
Yes, my question.
I cannot hear you. There is something playing in your background. Please step away. Wow, this is very interesting. Guys actually want to hear themselves speaking, so it becomes very difficult. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so I was asking about how do you walk into a store and say, what do I do? Over the counter. Most of the pharmacies are very expensive, actually. If you want to go for an oil in a pharmacy here in Uganda, it's a bit different for sure. So that's why you have guys going to the shop, retail shop, supermarket, but then there they lack guidance.
Yes,
so how do you go about that?
So if you look at those products that are there, look for specific ingredients in regards to your skin type. So if you're reading, if you have a dry skin, look for things which have ceramides, natural moisturizing factors, they have oils, they have shea, but you see those specific ingredients on that particular product. I'm using acne killer, what is there? You'll find the product has niacinamide, has salicylic acid, glycolic acid. Those products are safe to be used in regards to your skin type. That is what you have to look for, not for that fancy name you're looking at. Yeah, and also another thing that really I always tell people, tend to shy away from products that are not, that the ingredients are not engraved on. Because I've seen I can solve, I can kill. What is there? You may find yourself you're using steroids, because we need people. Actually, people these days are clever. They know these products give quick results. Steroids, hydroquinone, the mercury. They'll punch everything in there for you to have a small win. But what is the aftermath after that? Sure. So understand your skincare and your skin type, and look for that specific ingredients which will be helpful in regards to that problem that you want to address. Dry skin, look for things which is moisturizing. Okay.
Speaking about moisturizing, I've seen alternatives to these creams for people who don't know what to look for. I have seen certain people in our country use cow ghee and other things like that for their skin. What is the benefit of that, but also what's the danger in it?
Cow ghee may work for someone with a dry skin, but not for someone who's an oily. It's ghee, it's thick, it's oily, it's butter. You're going to get, it's occlusive. It may trap the water, but it may block your pores if you have an oily skin. And that may be a starting point for your acne. Yes, sure. So the other one is a guide. It's a tool, you knowing who you are.
Okay, yeah. Yes, please. What is your name and your question?
My name is Harmony.
Yes, please. Speak
up.
up.
I would like to ask about, I have these small pimples that keep coming on my cheeks.
On your cheeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Both sides, and they leave these dark spots.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what could be the cause.
Okay, thank you. I'll note that down. Do we have anybody else? And this is okay. So we have somebody else. What is your name and your question?
Oh, good morning. This is Ruth. I'm speaking from Toronto.
Yes, Ruth. What is your question?
We have a rheumatism and has a rash on the neck. We have some necklace was putting on, but it eventually developed into a rash.
Please repeat that. Please repeat that and speak up. I didn't get you.
I said,
Yeah.
my boyfriend has a rash.
Yes.
He used to put on some necklace. I think it was made of silver or something, but it caused the same reaction of him. We tried to fix it, but then it hit again, and now it's still into his collarbone.
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. That is rash. That is rash on the
neck.
collar, on the neck. Yeah.
After using a necklace.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have somebody else? Oh no. Sorry about that. I don't know if we don't have somebody else. We are gonna go ahead and answer the questions that we have. So the first question came in about a nose rush that leaves behind, you know, this look of you've been burned by hot water. I don't even know what that looks like. But then it's also very itchy, the rash. Yeah.
So there are very many causes of that. It could be acne.
And it's a teenager,
A
15
teenager,
years
yes.
of
It
age.
could be acne or something else. So to be specific, that person needs to be assessed first. It could be an folliculitis, it could be rosacea. So we need to first find out what is, how the lesions look like. Yes, sure. It may be acne per se.
And you know, our callers are spread out throughout the country. Where would you refer a person like that if they just don't want to come all the way to
They have to go to their regional referral hospitals. They are specialists or dermatologists, in government hospitals mostly, yeah, sure.
Okay. And this other young lady talked about rash on the cheeks that is repetitive. And it leaves behind dark spots, which is one of the worst worries for, I believe, the ladies. Those dark spots, imagine you get healed, you get dark spots, you get sick again, then you get, so it's a cycle and it's very traumatizing.
Exactly.
So what
you remember when I said acne tends to be a chronic illness? This is what, you're getting better, tomorrow you're having a breakout. That's what I mean. So that's acne, depending on how she brought her question up. It really looks more of acne to me than any other conditions, on and off, more on the cheeks, leaving dark spots behind. Yeah, sure. So I would really tell her to get treatment, to go visit someone, a specialist, and they really work on her. Yeah, that would really help her to fade the spots as well, and also stopping further outbreaks in future. Sure.
And the last question was about rash around the collarbone.
Yeah, sure.
For a man, actually.
So
okay, sorry about that. Before that, let's pick up our last caller. What is your name and your question?
I'm Priscilla. I'm calling from Isingiro.
Yes, please go ahead.
So my question is, what are the best types of soap and gel that I can use to get rid of acne?
Okay, all right. Thank you for the question. The best soap and the best oils used to get rid of acne. Yes, so let's continue with the collarbone rash.
Sure. I think that's dermatitis, so inflammation of the skin. In regards, it's an allergic reaction. You know, these days we think we're using gold. You think you're using pure silver, using enamel-coated jewelry. And that has an implication on your skin. It's one of the causes of allergies on the skin.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So that's an allergic reaction. So point blank, stop any offending jewelry or product per se. Yes, and get something to that area. You can apply jelly, which is unscented, to make the skin calm, and also go visit someone who will prescribe you a cream to clear the rash. But also, if you continue and use the same product, it will come back again.
Okay, so very quickly, in about 2 minutes, I need you to talk about what that last gentleman asked, and then you're also going to read out your contact for those of us that might want to reach out to you.
Sure.
So the cream and the soap. He just asked a general question, really, but what's the best soap and what's the best cream to use just to stay away from acne?
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I may say a particular brand, but I'm going to tell what you have to look for in a soap if you're having acne as the topic of the day.
In 1 minute.
Is it clear? So,
yes.
If these are the ingredients that we recommend for acne, and that's what you have to look for. If it's a bar soap, if it's a cleanser, if it's a cream, if it's a treatment cream, if it's a moisturizer, this is what you have to look for. One, look for products containing salicylic acid. So salicylic acid breaks down oils, so it unclogs the pores, helps to clean them up and remove extra oils. So it is also anti-inflammatory. Look for products containing benzoyl peroxide. It's an antibiotic, it clears the blemishes, and at the same time it's keratolytic, breaks down the pimples. Look for products containing niacinamide. Niacinamide, also known as vitamin B3, breaks down oils, increases collagen remodeling. Yes, look for products containing vitamin C, but for some people, they react to vitamin C as well. They get more breakouts, so you have to be cautious.
Look for products. It's a lot. I just feel like
it's really a lot. So you just need to look for products containing salicylic, niacinamide, benzoyl peroxide.
Okay.
Read at the ingredient list.
Okay. So Umar, just read the number for our viewer. Please get somewhere to write so that he can give you his number, and we shall get out of here. Our time is up.
Sure. So the number is 0709 702 057.
One more time.
0709 702 057.
Thank you very much, Umar Musinguzi. He's a dermatologist and he'll take care of your skin. And thank you very much, our viewer, this morning. It was another episode on skincare, pimples, and acne. I am Viola Kusasira. It's NTV Medical Matters. We're supported by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And we are always here every Monday at 10 a.m., so make sure you never miss an episode regarding your health. And this is where we stop. We wish you an amazing week ahead. And until next week, stay safe.